So I went through a DVD that had pictures on it, and lo and behold, picture of the ball that was supposedly in the dog's mouth, green and purple striped. Nowhere near the size of a basketball, but whatever. I wasn't told about that day. I wasn't told about that at all until they actually gave me discovery. Prosecutor Murphy would not return my calls, would not call me, would not see me when I showed up. He would not. The prosecutor's office would have no contact with me whatsoever, and they still don't outside of the courtroom. I was given this DVD as part of the others that had the 911 call on it, right? And this was on there. This is not why I'm making this video. Where is why I'm making this video? This is why I'm making this video. Here's a picture on it that just shows the scene. Okay, I'm gonna use my arrow here and show you what's up. My house is over here. When I come out to feed up the bird feeder, I'm walking this way. Here's the sunflower seeds in the bowl that goes up in the bird feeder here. This is the holster to my gun. So I walk up here, I get about here. By the time I realize, oh the dog is attacking me. I'm backing, I drop this instantly. It falls down. All of here, the sunflower seeds are spilled in this direction because I was walking in a retreating direction back toward the house. When I dropped it, it hit the ground and shifted rearward in alignment with my motion. Right after I dropped that, of course, I reached in with my right hand and pulled out my gun, and the Ruger factory default holster that came with it performed flawlessly. Protected my gun from me touching it or anywhere near the trigger while it's in my pocket, but when I pull it out, it drops away. I didn't even have to pull the holster off of the gun. So it was sunflower seeds first, then holster, and then I'm back about here. Why am I doing that? Back about this area when I actually shoot. Ooh, look, way back even more. This area, because look, there's red blood right here. Didn't even see that. They got all these pictures on the CD of this blood spot. There was one blood spot here. So I'm here, panicking, drop here, pull the gun, it drops here, retreat, 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 you better get your dog, you better get your dog, you better get your dog, blam, right there. Does this look like the scene of someone who would shoot a German Shepherd with a ball in its mouth? Or was it making a beeline vicious attack with no ball, no muzzle, and ignoring the commands of its owner, like the police report says? Just a thought. So here is a video that was part of the discovery given to me as the first packet of discovery documents given to me by the prosecutor's office, and their date modified listed as August 18th, 2025. The incident happened October 6th, 2024. So for discovery to finally reach me, despite me calling and messages and trying to get it for several months, I didn't get it until over 10 months after the incident. Okay. This video is the couple that owns the dog. They're at the vet. I believe it's after the care the vet's happened. A police officer shows up and they start talking to the police officer. And check this out, this guy. Keep in mind, this guy filed paperwork. He wants me to pay for 2 months of wages for him that he lost from not working for 2 months because his dog was shot. And another guy at that house is asking for 2 weeks of wages. I'm supposed to go work money, get taxed on it, and then pay all my bills, right? And whatever leftover I have with that, I'm supposed to live my life and have a quality of life. I'm supposed to subtract and give to him enough until he gets to pay 2 months worth of wages? What kind of a person does that? You know what I mean? Like, with the documentation they gave me probably 3/4 of an inch stack of paper. That was nothing but vet receipts, vet details, and some pictures at the vet. I haven't even been found guilty of anything yet. let alone animal abuse, let alone being responsible for your dog. Why are you bringing forward evidence into a record for a trial when I haven't even been determined responsible for this yet? Don't you think that bills and money and damages comes after someone is found guilty? Why are you injecting all of that, prosecutor, into the court record? Other than to say, hey, look at this big huge pile as part of our discovery. Oh, we got all this big huge pile. Oh yeah, it's all vet stuff. Vet stuff. There are Missouri statutes that say not only can you not prosecute me criminally or civilly, but that I must be paid back if that happens anyway. Do you remember, sir, when you said, as you were crouched over your dog, and I was sitting approximately 20 feet away from you, just on my haunches, just unsure what to do, and I said to you, sir, this wasn't my fault. And you said to me, sir, I didn't say it was. I said, I don't know what to do. You said, maybe maybe go back in your house. I said, I think that's a good idea. That's what I'm going to do. Do you remember when you said that, sir? Sir, I didn't say it was. You said, I didn't say it was your fault. Now, I'm not saying you admitted it wasn't my fault. You weren't even there to witness it. But you sure, I mean, you could say, oh, well, you just shot my dog. I was worried about you. Of course I'm going to say the nicest thing. Okay. But, I mean, it's clear as a bell. I was expressing no anger whatsoever. I was no threat to anybody whatsoever. I was freaked out myself. Okay. It's just like, come on, man. That's like real. Oh, gosh. Okay, so now check this out. Here's this guy, right? Missouri is a concealed carry permit free state. You don't need one.
Okay. And then, maybe you can't tell me or not, but so I guess the guy's got a concealed carry permit because he had the gun in his pocket. My neighbors even told me that. Trish saw him pull it out of his pocket. So
you just said your neighbors told you that I pulled it out of my pocket. If your neighbors told you that they saw me pull it out of my pocket, then they saw the whole attack. Why are they not listed as witnesses who saw the attack and are ready to testify against me? Because when I shot the dog, I looked around and I'm yelling out loud. Did anybody see that? I'm looking around. Is anybody outside of their house? Nobody was outside of their house. So you're telling me, before a shot rang out, neighbors knew to come to the front window, look out into the cul-de-sac, and see me pull the gun out of my pocket before I even fired a shot? That makes perfect sense. Your neighbors told you I pulled it out of my... Okay.
I mean, I'm just not happy about the situation. Right. And the sketchy characters there that Ron lets rent from him.
Sketchy characters that Ron lets rent from him. Look, I don't know about anything that happened before I got here over a year and a half ago. It's almost 2 years now. Okay? I have had one person living with Ron and I the whole time. The whole time. All three of us get along flawlessly. There has never been any drama or sketchiness whatsoever since I've been here. I choose to live with these people. They don't have any sketchiness to them or I wouldn't live here. I have no criminal record whatsoever. I'm a former officer and pilot in the United States Air Force, sir. And you are calling me a sketchy character that Ron rents to? With zero factual evidence whatsoever, with zero history whatsoever of us doing anything sketchy whatsoever. It just goes to the state of mind. It just goes to, oh, he's a renter, I'm a 30-year homeowner, therefore. It's
nerve-wracking enough. Yeah.
What's nerve-wracking about it? Nerve-wracking? Do any of us have a record? Do either of us have any charges against it? Any of this going on? No. No.
When I was there with the dog, he was standing over his way back there. He's like, it's all I can do, it's all I can do. And he kept putting his nose in his pocket when I was talking to him.
Right.
I don't know what he's talking about. It's all I could do, it's all I could do. I was probably saying something, I don't know what I could do. What could I have done? There's nothing I could do. Nothing else I could do. He's trying to make me look like a bad guy. Already you're lying. Already you're bearing false witness against your neighbor. Already the perjury starts. Like,
yeah. So We're still investigating it, obviously. So we sit down and we've got all that for investigation. That's why I didn't ask you about the bullet, but you said they're probably just going to leave it in there.
Yeah,
So,
that's what the vet said. They
yeah.
usually don't take them out. They
Okay.
said they probably make it worse. They said unless the people were to send it tomorrow.
I was aiming for center mass. I touched the spine enough to get the dog to lose feeling in the leg. Pretty good shot. Wish I didn't have to take it. Glad the dog is still alive. Sounds like the bullet's still in there.
Well, they said this thing's not going to be here tomorrow unless they say do
Right.
different, but then he'd have to go someplace else. They said they can't do it.
Yeah.
But it sounds like there's someone there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still investigating it further. So we've got the witnesses, we've got your statement, we've got his statement. So we're just trying to gather everything.
That's what my neighbors already said.
Yeah. That's okay. It's understandable. Your dog just got shot. So, but yeah, if you think of any other details that you need to tell me about it or anything, when you've kind of had a day to like sit, that's fine.
I know that he had the ball as he was going out.
Okay.
She just said, I know he... Out of all the things she could choose to say at that moment, the floor and topic is totally open for discussion. What does she bring out? The one detail she knows she has to lie about. This fucking ball. So she says, oh, I just know. Out of anything she could possibly say, what comes to mind? To cover the lie. Self-protection. Let's hear that quote again.
He had the ball as he was going out.
Okay.
He had the ball as he was going out across into his other... Really? Let's hear it. Let's continue.
And he dropped it, and the guy suddenly was backing up, and I was just following him. He wasn't being aggressive or anything.
So the dog dropped the ball. She just said the dog dropped the ball. Then it came up to follow me and wasn't being aggressive at all. And she was there to witness it. What if a neighbor has a video of the entire attack and will release it when the jury comes to their verdict, no matter what the verdict is? Perjury. Filing a false police report.
Yeah. Okay. Did you grab the ball from the yard? You brought it back over?
I grabbed the ball, and I was a mess.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I came and got Jared.
I grabbed the ball, I was a mess, I didn't know what to do, and I came and got Jared. What happened to the ball? Where did the ball go? Why wasn't it in evidence? Why didn't I get to see it? Why didn't the police tell me about it? Why didn't the police ask me, hey, they're saying the dog had a ball in its mouth. What's your response to that? Nothing. Nothing.
Well, I was inside also. I heard that's a gunshot. Then I heard a screaming. I could tell the police. I run to the front door, and the church is coming across the street. Hollering, they shot Art. Art got shot.
Right.
And that's when I ran over there.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's the. Yeah, so. And that's your full story. They said, I need an attorney. You said we are civil suit.
Yeah, I mean, I will let us investigate everything, and we'll kind of keep you up to date. So on the back of my card, it had that report number, so I'll write the whole report and everything. Yeah. So, and then anything that you get from the hospital tomorrow from like the...
So this is pretty much the end of this. Notice, October 6th, 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night. I don't get this discovery until... Look, I'll show you. Look, I'll show you. Show you right now. God, if it would let me scroll down. See that? Right here. August 8th, 18th, 2025. Alright? They didn't need to say anything to the police. They weren't questioned by the police. They volunteered this information. And what was the information they volunteered? Trying to get me arrested with federal charges, gun charges, for not having a concealed carry permit in a state that doesn't even require it. And then him saying that, oh yeah, my neighbors told me that they saw him pull the gun out. And then she's saying, oh, this ball, the dog dropped the ball, then followed me. And wasn't being aggressive at all. And then I shot it, is what she just told the cop. So did the dog have a ball in its mouth when I shot it, or didn't it? This is the first video I have ever seen of these people. This is the first time I've looked at these videos that were given to me on August 10th. Yes, I'm looking at them almost 5 months later. That's my choice if I want to do that. 10 months after the incident, I finally get this discovery. They sunk their own ship in this video, and they're too dumb to even realize it. How are you from Missouri and you don't even know that it's non-concealed carry permit state? And of all the things you want to talk about, you got to cover your tracks. Oh, the green and bull, yeah, the dog dropped it and then followed him and he shot, like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing, y'all. You people can't upset me. I don't even care which way this goes. I am laughing. This is hilarious.